Okay,
No,
Eddie.
no, I wasn't ready.
Okay, sorry. Do it again. Put it on.
Let
me get this cord out of your way.
No, so you're doing the cord like a magician would pull cloth out of their mouth.
Pull
or
some bunnies out of his mouth?
Nope.
Like little rabbits?
Do you believe pulling a rabbit out of your mouth would allow your lips to make the noise?
Yeah, because you're like, you don't want to also get drool everywhere. That'd be embarrassing. So you're like, I got to suck the drool back in at the same time I'm pulling the rabbits out.
As a tail hits, that's when you're sucking the drool back in.
Yeah, as the tail hits on the hair. That's spelled Hare.
That was beautiful.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. I'll say right now, let's to put it lightly, we're both dead in the brain.
Yeah.
It is
I think it's 4 a.m. right now.
It's 9:30 in the morning.
9:30 in the morning right now.
So not that, but so here, Gus, do it. Give us a little like radio, like Gus and Eddy in the morning, like little tune, like that.
Gus and Eddy in the morning, 101.4 KB. B.
Beep 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 beep.
They're like, we think you can only have 4 in the call sign.
Beep 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 beep. So you're just driving to work like, how many B's are in the K B B?
You know, like the cosmetic plates you can pay extra for extra letters. We shelled out 90% of our overhead goes right to just buying additional call sign letters. Beep beep beep.
It starts going into the music for the day, and the music is just covers, just like beep 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 beep.
Like they start hitting you with the morning sweet child of mine, and then I'm still doing the residual beep beep beep, beep into the song.
So yeah, welcome guys to. You have a fucking radio show on your head.
Oh, the Dead FM thing.
Yeah,
this is merch that I don't know if I'm gonna sell actually.
Oh shit.
Probably won't, maybe not. I mean, I like it, but it is literally a reference to the when radio stations go extinct thing that I made like a year ago, and it's already a fake radio station I said once in a video a year ago. Yeah, not the most potent.
I think it's really cool merch though, so you probably should still do it because it looks like a real one. I didn't see the radio video. Well, the thing is that you have so many uploads. I was like, maybe I saw it, but it was a while ago.
Well,
so.
And that's the thing is, even if you'd seen it, I wouldn't even expect you to remember it because it's like the thing I said, like, welcome to 104.1 Dead FM. Like once in the video.
So it's just a small.
So from a merch perspective, a bad idea on my part.
Well, you know my philosophy though.
What?
It's not my only philosophy. I didn't invent it. I just like it. Which is if it looks like regular, it looks like non-YouTuber merch, then it's good. So if people want, that's a cool one. I think you should keep that one.
Okay, thanks, Eddie.
But it's not released currently. You do have merch that just released.
I do have merch that just released, and if I might have the wish I wish tonight, I think it's in the description. So go check it out. We got In Behind Pajomas hats, we got Fell Off the Roof shit, STEM stuff, and a God's Country shirt. And
there you go.
G dang it hat. That's it. Thank you.
Here's the thing. We haven't recorded a podcast in person in the morning in a very long time.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very odd right now because this is a feeling I have not felt for maybe a year and a half.
Yeah.
And it's just very bizarre because we've been recording at midday.
Mm-hmm.
That's where midday, dude, I'm so cool. You know, I surf into a room on a real wave.
Yeah.
Water rushes in, ruins the floors. I go, way, everybody.
You guys have no idea. Besides the 90% overhead for all the bees we have to buy, like the other 9% of that 10% residual is just the renter's insurance we have to do because Eddie keeps surfing in every time.
And you have to pay the guys with the big barrels of water that they have big strings and they pull it down as they open the door. And I go, whoa.
It's actually a man dressed like Shrek right before he's about to fight all those guards in Lord Farquaad's pit and he hits the beer stein against the barrel. That's what he does, and then Eddie surfs in on and then it does the I don't give a damn about my bad reputation.
There you go.
I had to say it, not sing it.
I had a Dumbo moment recently watching a bit of Shrek. I was watching, it was a YouTube clip of it. I think, and I'm totally fair in saying this, you've seen it in action before. Mm-hmm. One of my hidden talents is I can recognize any celebrity I know's voice within like a moment of them speaking in like a cartoon or something.
Yeah.
I do it to, it can get annoying, but like if I'm watching a show, I'll just like hear somebody new and I'll go, that's Tom Kenny. And just like, it'll be kind of a moment, you know?
Yeah.
So I just recently was watching a Shrek clip, and it had been maybe a couple of years, or this is a while ago when I watched the movie for the first time again, and I was just like, oh my God, Lord Farquaad is John Lithgow. I just didn't even think about it. I just kind of thought of him as Farquaad.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, of course it's John Lithgow.
Do you think that's because, like, especially that is such a signpost character from our childhood, I feel like, where you're like to most people, I feel like in our generation, that was their first introduction to Lord Farquaad.
Yeah, it was dipping our toes into the lithy.
The lithium, baby.
But yeah, no, that's the thing is we didn't know. Funny enough, I didn't know who John Lithgow was when I was 6.
Yeah.
I wasn't a Lithhead yet. So like, yeah, that's recently I was just like, but I knew John Lithgow when I had watched Shrek as a teen.
Yeah.
And I just still didn't even, it was one of those where like normally I'm alert and paying attention, but Farquaad's Farquaad.
He is. He is, dude.
You can't beat good old Farky.
Dude, I hope they bring him back, honestly. I know that canonically he's like fucking dead, but Shrek 5's happening, and I'm just like, I don't even care. Pull some magic shit. He's fine. He survived.
What's happening?
That was me.
What's happening?
Sorry, I was snapping. Like, jets.
What's happening with Shrek 5? I feel like I've heard about that movie, and I feel like I heard about a new Austin Powers, and it's been years.
I don't understand like what Mike Myers is doing, you know?
He must be running in slow motion between meetings for both of those movies.
Yeah.
I mean, Shrek's going to take a while because it's animated, but...
That's true. I don't know. Like, I get it. It was exciting to see the Wayne's World shit for the Super Bowl this last year. You know, they were doing DoorDash ads and stuff. But, I've been... Of all his, like, IP shit, Wayne's World is my favorite. And I've been saying for years, you know, like... they should do another fucking Wayne's World where they are like, it was already kind of the joke of like they were uncool, but they were like really themselves so that they were cool.
Yeah.
And now it's like they're so old that they're so fucking washed up, so that they should deal with that like thing of like, dude, this is like not cool to do this anymore. Like come to grips with that. It would be fine. It was fun to see him at the fucking Super Bowl, but I don't know.
I gotta say, when it comes to nostalgia things, there's no worse way to bring it back than a Super Bowl ad.
Yeah.
And we've seen it a couple of times now, especially, I know you're heartbroken. You guys knew at the time because you heard it live when it happened, when they brought back the dude for a fucking... What was the ad? Was it a whiskey ad? Just a beer ad. Was it like Stella? What the fuck was... I don't know. They don't deserve the name. Where they were like... Jeff Bridges was like, guys... It's happening.
Oh, the sweater, the Pendleton sweater, it's coming back.
And then he was just in an ad. That's not fun at all. Where you're like, we brought him back. It's like, no, you didn't.
Yeah,
this is just an ad.
It's like it is not enough to see him. If I wanted to see Jeff Bridges as the dude, I would Google a photo of Jeff Bridges as the dude.
There you go.
He wasn't even the star of that ad, if I recall correctly. He was like the end button of like, I'm here too.
Yeah, there was a different celebrity. I don't remember who it was. But they looked at Jeff Bridges, and he was just kind of like, beer.
Yeah.
That's really, I would love that if it was just beer.
They're like, Jeff, you got to say the name brand.
Beer.
Okay, we'll fix it in post. He'll be fine.
Here, let's run that one again. You're the director.
All right, Jeff. All right, so again, it's gonna be we're gonna say it's
beer.
Okay, Jeff. Again, we're not rolling yet. But we're gonna say this is
beer.
For Heineken. Hold on, Jeff. Just gonna get this one single sentence out, starting now.
Check this out. This is my Jeff Bridges impression.
Yep.
We drinking Heine?
The man in me will do.
Is that not what he sounds like?
Yeah, no. First of all,
maybe I watched a different movie. I remember the one where he was having some kind of psychedelic dream about a bowling alley, and he was going, "Look at the bowling pins." You don't remember that?
No, I mean that kind of sounds like Rumpelstiltskin from Shrek, honestly. But
well, can I say? And I'm about to, I'm famous for my roast. So I'm about to shred Rumpelstiltskin apart.
Okay, do it.
What's with Rumpelstiltskin and taking kids, dude?
Oh, that's a good
point.
Fuck
that guy.
What is he doing that for?
Well, like, first off, your name is Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah.
So jump off a bridge right off the bat.
I bet a kid's been actually named that by some asshole parents.
I want to look up if there's any Rumpelstiltskins in the U.S., and I'm going to immediately take back the horrible thing I just said.
What if there's a person listening to this podcast right now that's name is actually Rumpelstiltskin?
Oh, no.
What do his friends call him? Hey, Rumpy.
Rumpelstiltskin. Wait, what would
Stilts?
I even...
Stilts would be a good nickname for that, though. Yo, Stilts.
I don't like that I started putting in rum and it finished it, and it's like, is my phone listening to me?
It definitely is. Yo, Skin.
Yeah, I am struggling to type it just because I don't have Rumpelstiltskin memorized. It's exactly how it sounds.
Rumpelstilt, Rumpelstiltskin.
So the only thing is it's Pel, not Le.
Oh my god!
But that sound, that's the same sound. That's the same thing. So wait, how would you? Because normally you would search like names in the U.S. Do I do Rumpelstiltskin names in the U.S.?
Yeah. How many people are named Rumpelstiltskin?
There's no way.
Every time I say it, it sounds more ridiculous.
Okay, I'm gonna try names in the U.S. and see what happens.
Rumpy.
What does the name? No. Okay, so this. How about, is anyone named Rumpelstiltskin
in the U.S.? They have to be.
That's a good name for a movie.
There's a kid named Dovahkiin. I remember because when Skyrim came out, they said if you name your kid that, we'll give you like the game for free or something. And some dad was like, "This is worth the $60 to me."
Okay, well then there's still like, what does Rumpelstiltskin mean? What's the fucking website where it's like people is you search people named?
Oh. Is that a thing?
Where it brings up, you can bring up a certain number of people in the U.S.
Oh, that makes sense because you have to register that.
Yeah, I'm trying to look it up, but I can't find. Let me just do people named Eddy in the U.S. and see if the site comes up.
Good idea.
There's with EDDY. There's only 16.4 thousand people in the U.S. that use a Y for it. But I guess maybe that's probably on their birth certificate. It's their name, just Eddy, I guess.
Okay.
Statistically, it's okay. There's no way it's in the fucking 14,095th most popular first name. There's no way.
What?
It's probably just Eddy. So I bet Edward is like.
I thought you said Rumpelstiltskin. So I was like, what the fuck?
Okay. So is it census search results? That's it. Okay. First name Rumpel. Last name. I gotta type it in again. God damn it. Stiltskin. Okay, here we go. We're gonna find out first how many. So it's the site is howmanyofme.com.
Okay.
So Rumpelstiltskin. How many of me? No, I couldn't be caught dead being named Rumpelstiltskin.
Do you have a number and can I guess? I don't know how to read that look on your face either.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead.
I'm gonna guess 5.
So the way they phrased it is odd because it's there are fewer than and then the number. So that could be 1, but I'm assuming this is an estimate, but it's fewer than this. There are fewer than 1,671.
What?
It says there are fewer than 1,671 people in the U.S. with the first name Rumpelstiltskin. We like to call him Rumpy for short.
What the fuck is that? That is too precise to be like, under this general range.
It says the estimate for this answer is not absolute. There may be fewer people with this name or none at all.
So
click here for more details. The list from the census. Oh, people might write in Rumpelstiltskin on the census to not give their real name.
Oh, that would make sense.
I wonder how many like Jerry Maguires there are.
It's probably a lot.
Well, there's probably real Jerry Maguires all over.
I remember one time my grandpa said he voted for Mickey Mouse. I'm not even kidding.
No way to your grandpa. Terrible vote for president. Can you imagine
Mickey up there in the fucking OV office, dude?
They
making
just
decisions.
They're like, every vote got lost except for this one vote from Wisconsin. So I guess the president is Mickey Mouse. Dude, I feel like would Bob Iger have any extra power? If CEO of Disney, for people don't know,
yeah,
would Mickey do him some favors, or do you think Mickey's bitter that he got the company stolen from him by Bob Iger?
Bobby would get hooked up, dude. He'd be in the president's cabinet. Mickey would make Bob Secretary of State.
There you go.
I'd say.
Well, then who's gonna manage Disney parks? Who's gonna inject the magic? Because I know Bob Iger's the one doing it.
John McAfee. No.
No. Not him.
Let's do Bobby
Bobby
Flay.
Bobby Flay becomes the fucking CEO of Disney.
Yeah, dude, I see it. Disney would get a hell of a lot tastier, dude.
Here's my question. Do people, let's say people 6 years younger than us.
Yep.
Do they know who Bobby Flay is? Because I feel like us in our childhood, the Food Network grabbed something in everyone's parents right when we were like maybe 6 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
The Food Network was on crack, man. The Food Network was like every person in every household is going to watch the Food Network. And Bobby Flay was in every home in the country. Who did that? He's still on TV. And surprisingly, he looks like the same.
Honestly, you could show me a picture of a guy and be like, who that is? And I'd be like, I don't fucking know. And if it was Bobby Flay, I mean, it would have to be of Bobby Flay. You couldn't just show me anybody.
Oh, so you're saying you don't know what Bobby Flay looks like?
No, but I know I've seen him on TV, and I've heard his name 1,000 times.
Close your eyes.
Yep.
Picture a guy.
Okay.
You got Bobby Flay. Here, I'm going to show Bobby Flay. And how do you fucking spell his last name?
Flay. Can you show me two pictures of people and have me guess which one is Bobby Flay?
I'll download photos.
Okay, find another guy that looks like he could be Bobby Flay.
Okay. This is gonna take a moment.
Okay, that's fine.
I gotta really think of this.
I was gonna say, do you know why the Food Network exploded in the early mid-2000s?
Food was invented. Sorry, take it back. Go ahead.
9/11.
Hold. What do you mean?
I'm not even kidding you.
Give me the trivia fact. Don't let me sit on this any longer. I believe you.
After 9/11, the Food Network fucking exploded. I bet if I just type in...
Don't say fucking exploded.
Think about it. I didn't think about it. The Food Network 9/11.
The Food Network fell.
And then 43 minutes later, True TV fell. Nope, not that one.
I'm trying to think of who my sleeper Bobby Flay would be, because it can't be somebody you know.
Yeah. By the way, I just searched Food Network 9/11, and the first thing that came up is an article that says how 9/11 launched Paula Deen's Food Network career. Yeah, I've been seeing this and hearing this everywhere. Today I learned that Americans sought comfort food after 9/11 and watched so much Food Network that the station had to restructure itself to appeal to a general audience. This led to the creation and subsequent rise of reality cooking shows like Chopped and Iron Chef USA.
Okay.
Like viewership went up like a couple 100% after 9/11.
As a kid, Iron Chef was intense, man.
Which one's that again? Where Alton Brown makes people fight or some shit?
There's a set of expert chefs that will battle like chefs that are trying to rise up and make better meals than them. So okay, here's one photo.
Okay.
Tony, I'll send you these. You can show them in order. So
I will see both of them before I guess.
Okay. So here is potentially Bobby Flay.
Okay.
This could be Bobby Flay.
That was some guy.
And then. So wait. Number 1. Number 2. Number 1. Number 2. You have 10 seconds. For people who are audio listeners, the first photo is Bobby Flay. The second photo is Charles Barkley. I was just thinking, I was like, if I grab any guy that you might know, then I can't do it. So I just was like, I'll throw Charles Barkley in there because I was really interested in the Food Network.
Dude, I will say I don't really do a lot of sports viewing, especially. Most of my sports knowledge is comprised of anything that happened between the years 2000 and 2007-ish. You know, like you're growing up with your dad and there's a ball game on. He's like, that's Dante Culpepper. Yep. That's Randy Moss. Like,
I can tell you about Rex Grossman, and that's about it.
There you go. I can tell you about Les Grossman, the guy in Tropic Thunder. Can't remember his name. The Tom Cruise guy.
You can't remember his name, but you just said a name.
Well, it's close is what I did.
Okay, so it's somewhere in that.
It's somewhere in that ballpark. It's somewhere in that Bobby Flay area.
It pisses me off. Can I say real quick? And you were going to talk about sports, so we're going to move back to that.
Yeah.
It pisses me off that Tom Cruise seemed like he had a ton of fun on Tropic Thunder, and I'm like, he always gets me. I'm like watching Mission Impossible. I'm like, damn, this is so cool. I'm like, wait, shit, it's Tom Cruise. It's Tom Cruise. That's how he always gets all of us. Mission Impossible. I can't speak. It's the morning, dude.
That's okay.
Missions are possible. Missions are possible. Mission Impossible comes out every couple of years, and we're all like, Tom does his own stunts.
Yeah.
And then, his leg heals, and we go, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Scientology.
What are you doing, Tom?
Tom, stop it.
Ow, Tom.
Tom, stop it.
Hey.
Tom, cut it out. Cut it out. He is such an upsetting man. All right, the sports stuff.
The sports stuff.
You told me it was because of the photo of Charles Barkley.
Oh yeah, I will say like I'm not a big sportsy boy. But my buddy Ryan had a good recommendation for me because I told him like top of pandemic, I was like, sports are interesting for me. I know I'm lying to myself if I say I'm going to be able to even passively follow any sports season, even the NFL, which is very easy and digestible to do. You know, that's a couple hours a week commitment if you really want to be a fair weather fan. I was like, but I want to be generally aware of what's going on in the sports world. And Ryan said, go in. He goes, here's what you should do right now. He goes, open Reddit. Follow every major sporting organization subreddit, MLB, NBA, NFL, and then go to some teams that you were aware of as a kid. He's like, go follow the Minnesota Twins. Go follow the Vikings subreddit. And that way, a couple times a week, you'll see like any big news thing. Like, oh, dude, Giannis hurt his leg for the Bucks or some shit. Or like, look at this cool like inside the NBA kind of clip. So now I'm just barely like, I'm kind of barely aware of shit.
I might do that as well.
It's interesting.
Because that's a digital version of, I was going to say, and we're the same way, I think, where if you give me all the information for like a set of the playoffs and there's stakes and it's like one of the best ones, I will watch and I will get into it and I will enjoy everything.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is when some kind of like playoffs or championship is happening and you're near a friend who's really into it and you're like, let me know what's going on. I want to hear everything.
That's just it.
And it's a fun way to bond with that person. It's the season-long commitment where I'm like, I could be playing video games.
Yes.
And I know people also can listen to sports radio for that exact reason and everything. But, yeah, I think that is a really good way to do it because scrolling through Twitter just ain't cutting it.
It doesn't cut it for me.
And I think for everyone, I don't know if trending should get more personalized, but I currently don't need the NBA to take up all of my trending page on Twitter all the time, and I definitely don't need the Minecraft hashtags all the time.
No.
And I don't even think any of those Minecraft YouTubers want to be trending all the fucking time either. And Twitter's like, let's make everyone hate them because we will have to force it on them.
I literally went on like a fucking 15-minute rant on stream yesterday about that exact same thing where I was just like, again, I was like, it's not reflective of these individuals. I was like, these creators.
Because Tommy listens to the podcast.
Oh.
Or listened at least in the past.
Tommy, I'm looking right at you right now. Hey, guy.
Tommy, I'm looking at you. I'm not going to say anything. Go ahead.
Check this one out. Yay, Tommy, you ever heard of this podcast? You're in it.
Fucking loser.
Got him. His fucking career's done. Anyway.
But you're on stream talking about
That being said, I was like, well, I think we've said before, like, I just don't understand a lot of aspects of that culture of it where it's like not reflective even on the creators at all. But yeah, it's like every day I don't want to fucking see a personalized paragraph. The amount of relative to what the Minecraft creators are doing, the trending words or phrases or situations are almost always so pointless.
Yep.
Like
it'll be trending of the lore of what's happening.
Yeah.
So it'll be like dream drowned.
Yeah. It'll be like dream drowned. Like
yeah.
it'll be like something that happens in a video game, or like it'll literally be like these two, fucking, Flubsy and Poopy met up for the first time, and then there's just like two like 16-year-old kids in a hoodies just going like, we're here together.
Yep.
Million likes.
Yep.
Where I'm just
Which
like,
that's
that's
cool
cool
that
that you're
fine.
doing that.
Yeah, don't put it on everyone's trending.
Don't put it on my fucking trending. Like, let that stuff happen, But like, again,
I'll say for viewers who are not often on Twitter, imagine you were scrolling through any social media and your trending page is full of lore of a Minecraft server. That captures a lot of young minds, which is great. But you're an adult and they're like, trends for you. Dream comed, and you're like, I don't care.
I don't need to know that shit. And it just is always like it's really hard to not sound like old man on the porch kind of shit though. But
wait, really quick, is Dream an adult?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
With the cum thing.
Yeah, I was like, I'm positive Dream's an adult, but I have to ask because I can't say something about that.
Let's assume he is. It wouldn't be Dream cum, it'd be Wet Dream. That being said,
that's great.
I've said that being said so that you guys could enjoy my Wet Dream joke a little longer.
That being said.
Eddie right here too. No, but it's like that being said, like what the fuck? Like it's these inconsequential things where I'm like, I also was into like kind of dumb stuff when I was a kid. Minecraft's not dumb. The streaming isn't dumb. These creators getting together is not dumb. It should not fucking trend on Twitter when two people arrive at the same doorstep.
Yeah. It's insane. However, when we do the Mario Kart stream, if that thing's not on trending, I'm going to say it. I'm going to go berserk.
I'm gonna fucking flip.
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I'm gonna step through the computer screen. I'm gonna beat the shit out of everyone watching.
I'm not gonna be Gus in it. I'm gonna be Gus in having it. I had to really reg that one.
Yeah, you really pushed that one. You've fallen a long way since the wet dream hashtag.
Bro, you've changed.
You've changed since the wet dream joke.
Oh yeah. Oh, anyway, I remember. By the way, this has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Guys, go watch my garden. I just put it out, and I put it out on a Friday afternoon, and it didn't do very well, but everybody liked it that watched it. Just go fucking watch it,
Let's
please.
call it as is. It fucking bombed.
It bombed, dude. It was a 9 out of 10 rank. It did bomb. I told you. It was a 9 out of 10 ranker, and it was tracking like 120,000 views behind my lowest estimate at the time. I'm not touching Friday afternoon uploads anymore.
Can't do it.
I had to have it coincide with like the merch coming out. I was like, it's going to be so exciting. I'll have the little merch tray under my video. The timing didn't line up. I posted it later. And the thing is, if you don't have a video do super well in the first couple hours and day or so, it shows it to fewer people, even people that are subscribed to the channel. So I'm like, fuck, I missed that window. I know it'll heal over time, but in the off chance that you didn't see it, go check it out.
Also, I have a slight, and I'm just setting up for our conversations from before. Quick, it's not really a business. But I will say, you and I have been talking, and I feel like the next trajectory of the next 2 years of the podcast are going to be real cool and fun.
Real exciting.
Where it's like we're getting to a point where we're like, let's mix it up a little bit. Let's have a little bit of fun.
Let's do some Sir Mix-a-Lot.
So yeah, for right now, I feel like we're doing business as usual, hanging out and chilling. But we'll see soon.
It'll be cool.
And it usually, you know, when we announce something, add another fucking 5 years to whatever we say.
Yeah, please do that.
I was talking about that Burback video for weeks. Tony and I like deleted and redid that video like 4 times, and then we're very happy with it. We just changed it. It was just our minds changed as we were working on it.
Did you tell people? Is it in the description too?
Yeah, I mentioned it on a previous podcast, so we don't even need it there. Whoa!
Yeah,
he did the snaps. He did the see you later snaps.
Just standing up for my guy here.
Get like a little bit of a as if, and then that's a little Mean Girl '90s type thing.
One of these. Check this guy out.
Whoa!
Check this one out. Don't touch that dial. Everybody loves Rain. We'll be right back.
I wish audio listeners could see the magic that's happening on screen right now.
Well, that's why we hate him. I fucking don't even want to talk about it.
I fucking hate him. We opened up that OJ package last week,
yeah.
Which, by the way, I'll say last week's episode, about a mid-rank for views. I'll say for everyone, there were 2 semi-viral TikToks that came from it, and everyone in the comments was saying it was top 10 funniest episodes. So if you missed the 9 million Scoville gummy bear one, I'd go back and listen. It's one of our favorites. It's the hardest we've laughed in a while because we're actually in person laughing again.
Yeah, it was some good ass shit. Also, Curtis posted the video of him eating the gummy bear.
Yeah.
So you could go to Curtis Robert. It's on his channel if you want to see him just dying for 6 minutes. But
It's fun and also gross. I felt so bad watching. I'll say one thing, and people got to see it as well, that freaked me out when I was watching it is when Curtis, it's really setting in. He's like, I can't move my hand.
Like he literally can't close it.
Yeah. So he was poisoned.
He was poisoned.
He was actually poisoned.
Oh, fuck that noise, dude.
You want to get into some preguntas?
Do I ever?
Let's do it.
Guys, follow us on Twitter at Eddie Burbeck. That's not mine. That's Eddie's. I said his first. Or at Gus Buckets.
I have that one disagreement. Should I read it right away?
Do it right away.
Okay. I read the beginning of this. We don't know where it's going, but I was like, this seems like it'll be a juicy disagreement.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the person took the time to type it out in a notepad. So it's a serious one. All right. So this one is from Lil Kennedy, 810. Gus and Eddy, here's a disagreement I've had recently. P.S. Love the podcast, boys, and then this emoji, which is a real cool one. That's a cool emoji to use. Hey, boys, I've had a recent disagreement with a friend that I'd like you to weigh in on. I was out with a friend at a bar. Me and him had a few beers and were getting ready to leave after we paid our tab. I left $20 on the table as a tip for the waitress. He saw the $20 bill, and in front of her, he said, "20 is way too much. All she had to do was refill our glasses." After he walked out, I apologized to her and gave her another $5 for being nice. This is a class act right here.
Yep.
And the great service. When we got into the car, I told him I wouldn't be going to the bar with him again because of what he did was rude and extremely disrespectful. He failed to see what he did wrong and insisted I was the bad guy for being embarrassed by him. You just got gaslit. Did I overreact or was I in the right?
Wow.
Here.
Who is this guy?
Here, message to your friend. Sit him down. Use this clip. Send it to him. Give him the time code. Fuck you. Fuck you so bad. First off, for anybody listening, if anyone you're with, especially if they're like, you're not in a relationship, if you don't share finances, they can tip whatever the fuck they want for somebody in the service industry. Mm-hmm. If Gus put $1,000 down, I'd be like, oh, cool, dude. Cool. You're making this person's day. What kind of fucking weird perception on the working world do you have where you go, oh, hold up, $20. We can't give $20 to somebody who just served us for a while.
Insane.
Also, that's kind of the standard for, I mean, even if you're getting drinks filled, it's the same. I'd say it's different at a restaurant with drinks where the tip includes, like, the drinks are part of the overall food experience. But if you're at a bar and just getting drinks, that is the same as tipping a bartender for walking up to the bar.
Yeah.
You got to tip a good amount if you get served the whole night and they're pouring you beers.
Yeah, and also what I do is it's like there's a multitude of different situations. If you're opening a tab at a bar, you hit them with one big chunk tip at the end of the night.
Yeah.
If you're getting individual drinks, it's more sporadic. You might not have the same person every time. So when I go to the bar, I like to try to have increments of bills. I like to have singles, fives, tens, 20, every increment. So that way if it's like, hey, I walk up and it's 2 beers and it's like, $11, $12 or something, give them the $15 you leave. Yeah. If you're getting that round. If you're like, oh, there's a $3, $4 beer, give them the $5 you leave.
Exactly.
Tip incrementally like
that. There you go. Easy. And in what fucking world is $20 too much to tip somebody?
Insane, dude.
Like, even the only way. Well, one, it would have to be set up where it's like maybe you're in a relationship and you got no extra money and you bought a drink that was $2 and you're about to trip. What has happened? I'm doing the blah thing. It's the morning. You're about to tip. I haven't had enough water. That's it. You're about to tip $20, and that person goes, "Whoa, we might need that for later. Let's give them a good $5 for the $2 drink." Then it's still a favor. It's still extra.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a situation. That not even close to your situation.
Yes. God, that's fucking insane.
That's awful.
Dude.
Also, I'm going to grab a La Croix.
Do it. Yeah, I don't understand that shit at all. Like, that is so, like, you really have to wonder what the fuck is the mindset of the person doing that,
Yeah, like, why are you involved in that business?
I agree. One time, Eddie, I remember when I was in high school, our basketball team was on a trip, and we went out to a restaurant as a team. And, like the coach or somebody, like we left behind a collective cash tip on our table. And we got back to the basketball bus. And there was a kid that I thought really highly of and like was always really chill to me and shit. And we get back to the bus and he goes, "Look what I grabbed off the table." And he took the tip off the table. And I was instantly just like, I don't care what our past was. Like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Like, why?
What's a weird childhood memory I have I don't think I've ever mentioned on the podcast? When sorry, this is a weird, like, immediate segue. Yeah. When Katrina happened.
Is this related to the Food Network?
I know. The Food Network was booming afterwards.
Arguably to blame, but let's set that aside.
Did Alton Brown start the hurricane? But when Katrina happened, I was in 3rd grade. And we had a bunch of the teachers say, like, we're going to collect money for Katrina. So go home, ask your parents, grab whatever you can. We're going to try and help out. So I had just I'd been saving up money. I had this big this was a great piggy bank because I was a kid. It was my dad bought this for Christmas one year, these big plastic beer bottle bears, like Chicago Bears bottles.
Okay.
And they were filled with popcorn, but then the cap was also, once you're done with the popcorn, you can wash it out. It becomes a piggy bank. So I had this big kind of plastic with like a bunch of quarters, and I just happened to save up the last like birthdays and everything, and I had in 3rd grade $60.
Oh, you were rich in 3rd grade.
And I thought, as a 3rd grader, I said, you know what? I'm gonna give all of my cash. I'm gonna bring it in. And it wasn't for glory at 9. I was like, this is a horrible thing. It was the first time I maybe like perceived a real tragedy happening, because we were pretty young for 9/11, like to really kind of be like cognizant of what was going on. But I bring it in, and one of the teachers goes, "Oh, whoa, is that $60?" And I go, "Oh yeah," and she goes, "That's." You don't want to spend. And she was trying to like save money for me as a kid, thinking I was naive putting it in. And she had me put in just 20 and kind of like forced me to keep the rest. And I remember at 9 thinking, what kind of life lesson is this adult teaching me?
That's so weird, dude.
It was an opportunity to be like, you do this the rest of your life.
Oh my God.
Way to go. And she was like, you don't want to waste all that money. Waste? Wait, they needed help.
Eddie will remember that.
Eddie will remember that. I thought that was so weird.
That's why you hate the poor now, right?
That's why the second we finish recording, I go, you know what I had to hold in the whole podcast? I hate the poor. Oh. That's the two character defining characteristics for me. I hate Jeff Bezos, but I also hate the poor. It's like, who does this guy like?
Huck me into the middle, dude. I don't like anybody.
He likes just the middle class.
Oh, man. I'm trying to think if anybody did any dumb shit like that to me. I don't think so, but...
Do you remember any time where there was an adult? I have another one I don't think I've mentioned on the podcast. Where
Tell me.
In 6th grade, I went to buy Little Big Planet 3. Actually, maybe it was a little after. I don't remember which game it was, but I was around 12. And I went into the GameStop at the Woodfield Mall, which, by the way, found out recently. I forgot his name already. You know, it's one of the old BuzzFeed guys that does the like haunted series. There's the two really funny BuzzFeed dudes that do they go to ghost. I have to look it up.
Yes.
It's Unsolved, right? Isn't that it? I'm going to make sure one of them is from Schaumburg.
Oh, cool.
And he tweeted out like a joke like best roads in Schaumburg, and he was ranking them. And I was like, is this dude from my fucking area?
Oh,
and he
weird,
is.
Dude.
I'm going to make sure, because they're really funny. I watched a bunch of them during I believe it's BuzzFeed Unsolved. Yeah. And then his name is fucking, what are their names, dude?
Stephen and Gail King.
No.
No? Okay.
No. I know there's a ton of Unsolved fans, so I don't want to fuck it up.
Billy and American Idol.
I believe it's Shane is his name.
Oh, okay.
But I was at the Woodfield Mall GameStop, and there was a very long line. It was a very busy Saturday afternoon. So I get in line. I'm waiting the whole time. And as I'm about to be up at the register, this like super tall dude, like probably I'd say like 6'7", and I was 12, cuts in front of me. And I go, and he cuts in front of me, but then works his way where it starts to look like I'm out of the line. And would have, like he butts in and I have to step back out of the line.
Yeah.
And I go, hey, I was in line. And he goes, what? And I go, I was next in line. I was going to buy this game. I've been waiting this whole time, which, takes a lot of courage as a 12-year-old. Yeah. And he goes, are you trying to cut in front of me?
Oh, my God.
And I go, no, I've been waiting in this line. And I'm looking at people in line waiting for somebody to go like, hey, this kid was here. Everyone's turning a blind eye to me.
Oh, man.
Including the cashier.
It takes a village to raise a child.
I know. And so that I go, I've been waiting here the whole time. I was next in line. And he goes, you're barking up the wrong tree, kid. Looks down and says that. He's fucking threatening a 12-year-old.
Dude, fuck
And at the
that.
time I'm thinking, is he fucking threatening me? I'm a child.
Dude.
And so then he keeps going like, this kid tried to cut in front of me. And he's loudly saying like, this kid's trying to cut now. And I look at the cashier and he's not saying anything. The cashier rings that guy out first. So he gives all his stuff. That guy leaves. And then I give that kind of look of like, can you believe that? Gives me nothing.
Oh,
Nobody in line gives me anything. I got bullied by an adult in front of a bunch of other adults, and nobody did a goddamn thing.
That's the weirdest shit ever, dude.
And I remember when he said, you're barking up the wrong tree, kid, I was like, dude, what the fuck is this? You cut me. So he cut me and then was like, I'm just going to pretend this kid cut me so I can get in this line faster.
Was that an 80s PG movie villain that cut in front of you there?
Absolutely it was.
Barking up the wrong tree there, compadre.
Dude, for real, I was like, what a shitty person.
Ugh.
He's like, I don't want to wait in line. Oh, this kid's pretty vulnerable. Why don't I threaten him? It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Dumbass.
But yeah, you have any weird adult encounters when you were a kid like that? Like just like shitty, weird yelling public ones?
I don't know. I mean, that shit would have definitely stuck with me a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sure when I go home, I'll probably think of one. If I think of one, I'll tell you next week. But I don't understand what the fuck allows adults to think that they can just like talk to a kid like that,
Yeah, and any of those weird ones where you remember like an adult being mean to you as a kid, you're like, what? You think back as an adult and you're like, what a fucking bad person, you know? Like,
yeah, I remember I just had like one time where there was a substitute teacher that like I came in and it was the weirdest shit ever. It was me and another kid in my class, and we handed in our homework assignments together. It was in 4th grade, and she was a substitute teacher. And it came time to count up the assignments. Like, we literally personally handed it to her, and she was handing them back to people. And she's like, I don't have your 2 assignments, and we were both like, oh, well, I gave it to you. No, you didn't. Ooh. I was like, I handed it to you. Like, you took it from my hands. No, you didn't. You didn't do your assignment. You get in trouble. I'm going to write you up. And she fucking, like, made us sit in the corner while everyone graded our shit.
Oh, man.
And there's a note when my regular teacher came back. She's like, Gus and this other kid, like, you didn't do your stuff? I was like, I handed it to her.
Dude.
And she goes, yeah, you probably did. She totally just threw her fucking person over.
There's nothing worse than getting in trouble for something you didn't do as a kid, and then them telling you have to go home and tell your parents. And, like, you're like, how do I explain myself? I actually didn't get in trouble, but that's not going to fly.
Yeah.
You know, because of course a kid's going to be like, say they didn't get in trouble for a specific reason.
Exactly.
So who knows? But also, do we have more disagreements or preguntas?
Yeah, we fucking do.
I don't think I screenshotted another one.
I got one right here. All right.
Also, real quick.
Yeah, what up?
For people, you'll see it soon. Gus and I did a little photo shoot for a Yikes thing that's coming out in a couple of weeks. And we did this thing where we rented this kind of like set house around LA for photos, and it was a very classic, like, kind of, I don't know, I was actually a great deal. But it was like a movie house for like a kind of like expensive, like, Beverly Hills home, like a 60s one. Mm-hmm. And there was fake props for mirrors with fake Coke on them.
Yeah.
Did you go into the bathroom at all?
Yeah, it's the little cross stitch.
There was a little cross stitch, like a live, laugh, love one, and I'll send it to Tony so he can put it up. It said in very like actual flowers on it, flowery cross stitch. Please don't do Coke in the bathroom.
I like that.
And I was like, what house is this? What is going on?
It was really funny because we walk in and it was like on the coffee table. We saw the Coke mirror and we're like, oh, did they like forget what? Ooh.
Yeah, because it was just a little mirror with and it looked like very realistic lines of Coke put on there.
Yeah, we're like, did they just leave it out? And then we saw another one on another table. It was like, is this an identical Coke mirror? And there were like 4 of them laying around the house of just fake Coke mirrors.
When
like,
Chrissy came in later, she actually touched it and it was like it's fully printed on.
Yeah,
it doesn't
I touched
even
it
move.
too. It was like lacquered on there.
Yeah, I was scared to touch it because I didn't know if they like adjusted flour to look like it.
Let me check. Oh no, that's fake. Anyway, I got one here. At Jeff Moss 74316443 rolls off the tongue. Says, me and a friend have an argument about next versus this for days of the week.
Okay.
For example, if it's Monday and we are planning something for the Friday that's part of the current week,
yeah,
I say that you should say this Friday.
That is correct.
Yes. And he says you should say next Friday.
So that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Because the next thing is the thing after the one that's about to happen. And
that's
if you're
true.
talking about a Friday.
And I already know your friend's counter argument because I've heard this before. They're going to be like, no, this is the literal next Friday. Come on, man. Everyone's brain goes to like, hey, this Friday, do you want to do this?
Yeah. Well, because the thing is, if you're going into semantics for that, then what is this Friday? Is it the same day? Then we should pick one, and this is the only one that would apply to this week.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you're even going to make the argument that the next one could work, I will say, okay, maybe you got me there. If you say this Friday, there's zero room for confusion, though.
Also, we very commonly say this week and next week.
Yeah.
So it applies to the days of that next week.
Don't hit me with that next shit. Get out of here.
It's Dumbo. That's
Easy.
Dumbo shit.
That was the easy one.
That was super easy.
At sad76137214, sick usernames, guys, says, my twin brother and I have beds that are separated by a small pathway in the middle. I will show you a photo. I will send Tony the photo.
Okay.
All right.
That's a pretty tight pathway. That's kind of we had bunk beds for it, but
yes.
Also to save a little space, unless they have a door, you can. This is what Tony and I did pre-bunk beds: is you offset them, where one corner of the room the person has the head of their bed, and then the other corner of the room they have the head of your bed. And you get a little more space.
You got a little pathway going through there.
Yeah.
All right. My twin brother and I got beds. They're separated in a small path in the middle. He thinks it's all right to put his feet across the middle and onto my bed.
So.
But and at first, when I read that part, I was like, "Are you talking like you're lounging in the afternoon and he's like reading a book and is doing that?"
He's saying he sleeps like that, and that's fucking insane.
Check this out. Don't touch that dial. Everybody loves questions. We'll be right back. So I get to see his crummy feet when I wake up every morning. Put some common sense into Zach.
Zach. That's kind of a weird twin thing to do, Zach. I'll say it. I'm an expert at saying weird twin things, and putting your feet on your brother's bed. Or wait, actually, are they fraternal twins? Is it brother and sister? Or 2 brothers?
Twin brother.
Twin brother. Well, I mean, it could be. Yeah. Either way.
Look at the fucking space, by the way. Look at the gap that his leg has to clear in the night.
You're making an effort for that. You're being an asshole, Zach, on purpose.
What are you doing?
And I'm not talking about either of my buddies, Zach. I'm talking about this Zach. I'm sure you guys are great, but that's odd.
It's weird.
Don't do that. And especially if your sibling is requesting you don't do it, stop it.
It's not that hard,
Just
Zach.
give it up, Zach.
Come on, man. I'm over it already. At Kenzie Edwards says, disagreement. And I don't know if this one's real. I think it is. I want to believe it's real.
Okay.
But it's so dumb.
Okay.
Disagreement. My mom firmly insists narwhals aren't real.
I feel like this one's a fake one.
She says that they make no sense, and if they exist, so do unicorns as well. All the photos and videos I've shown her are, quote, clearly doctored. Please help me convince her they are real.
What the fuck are we gonna do?
What are we gonna do? If her own fucking flesh and blood doesn't believe you, it's a lost cause.
Yep.
Make sure she stays away from Facebook, though. The fact that she's glommed onto narwhals aren't real could have had a lot more of a raw deal there.
Yeah.
So let's hope that she stays in that ballpark.
The thing I hate is like we see with people's opinions now.
Yeah.
There's like part of weird societal truth in that where I could believe somebody now just decides they heard on one forum that a thing isn't real and they just believe the conspiracy completely.
I could totally see that too. Mom, get your head out of the gutter. Let's go.
What conspiracy do you wish was true?
Oh. Ooh. That's good. I've told you before, the conspiracy that I do think is true is the fact that when new Coke came around in the 80s, I thought it was a good way to try to slough out the old taste out of people's systems so that they can introduce a more high fructose corn syrup based sweetener
That
and
makes
be like,
sense.
we came back, it's the old recipe, and it was enough time for the old shit to go out because it was only there for like a year or two.
That's genius.
And I believe that to my core. New Coke was a scheme to get the fucking fake sweetener in there.
So maybe it was. Well, actually, can you break down for people that don't know the actual? Because New Coke was like a colossal failure.
It was a colossal failure. So there was like, classic Coke was like the regular recipe forever, ever.
Which they had, changed a bit since the beginning, but it was Coca-Cola had been Coca-Cola since it started.
But in April of 1985, the Coca-Cola Company introduced a new formula for its Coca-Cola soda, known informally as New Coke. It was renamed Coke 2 in 1992, and it was discontinued in 2002. It lasted that fucking long.
They renamed it Coke 2?
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't remember Coke 2.
Y'all remember Sprite 3?
Sprite 3 just dropped.
But it's like, they were doing this and then they lost it. And then they're like, oh, okay, well, here's the classic Coke thing. And, they're trying to make arguments of like Pepsi came onto the scene and it was starting to sell more. And I'm like, bitch, you just wanted to fucking lower that overhead and switch off of the more pure sugar formula onto high fructose corn syrup.
That's what they wanted to do.
I fully fucking believe that shit.
I'm trying to think if there's any conspiracy theory that I want to be true, but I don't know.
You tell me.
This is in the base level of not dipping in my toes in anything. Anytime I see just the very base level of Justin Trudeau being Castro's kid. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I heard that this week actually.
And it's like it holds some water, right? Does it?
Interesting.
I don't know. It's an interesting one. That's it. They look pretty similar in those photos. Yeah. And weren't his parents really close to?
I don't know.
Maybe I'm making that up. Because the thing is, it's like we read it. I don't believe it, but that's a cool one.
That is a cool one.
It's a cool one that a current world leader could be a past like historic world leader's kid.
Absolutely. I do like that.
And one that you're like surprised by. The first time I heard that, I didn't know about any relation stuff, and I was like, "What the fuck did I just read?"
Yeah.
Anyways,
I don't know. What do you think about like I don't believe in this, but I am intrigued by the ones of like Elvis Presley isn't dead, but he got so sick of the spotlight that he faked his death.
I like all the faked to death ones. I never believe them, but I like them because it's a nice idea for those people.
I think there's like a book or a movie or something, or if not, it's even just an interesting thread I read. But the idea is out there that it would be so fun to think that he faked his death and then he was gone for so long and he missed it, so he came back as an Elvis impersonator. And
That's great.
And then because then he could just like get the same shtick and like do this stuff and then have that low tier thing, and then when it was done, you could leave.
Okay.
I read that somewhere. That's not an original thought. I don't remember where, but
and I could be saying this. Don't put any. Didn't Elvis like marry like a teenager or something?
I don't know, but if you told me that you had
I don't
proof of that, I'd
that.
say
I feel like I need to Google that before I like shit on the legacy.
We've already talked before, like old rock star shit. Shit's fucked up, dude.
How, really quick, how the hell did throughout, all of pop culture America from like the 50s to like the 80s, a bunch of musicians were just like marrying teens, and then one year everyone was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
they're marrying teens. It's like, yeah, that's what the fuck happened.
Well, I heard on the radio driving on my Sirius XM the other day the classic 50s or 60s song called like You're 16, she's beautiful and she's mine. I can't remember the specific
Elvis and
words.
Priscilla met when she was 14 years old.
Fucked up.
They had a 10-year age gap between them. They met in 1959 in West Germany, where Elvis was serving in the U.S. Army and was living with her family. Okay, so
That's
and then
fucked.
another one. Yeah, so who knows? I'm not the fucking guy to go on this though. I'm not dying on the Elvis Hill.
What am I, the Elvis Hill guy? Fuck you. Eddie, I want to open some mail. All right, guys. Well, we're okay-ish on mail right now. So do what you may, I guess. This first package comes to us from Karen H. in St. Louis, Missouri.
Got it.
Karen H. Ow, I'm trying to open this.
I'll rip this, but I won't open it yet. Up.
The packaging is like tape.
Mail has been great since we got back. You want me to open mine first while you work on it?
You go, get in there.
Okay.
I need some time here. This is not Karen H's package.
This one does not have a regular name. No way. No way, no way, no way.
What?
I think this might be a Ghost of Tsushima mask.
Shut up. Shut up, you idiot.
Dude, I think it is.
Shut up. Stop it.
Dude!
Oh, cool, man.
That's so fucking cool.
Yo, do you think that's COVID compliant?
With all the nose holes on it. That's so cool.
Dude, that's pretty
Holy
rad.
shit. Wait, yeah. It just says Ghost Mask Warrior character cosplay mask. Wait. It doesn't, I don't see a note. It's just sent from the company. And wait, there's a note in here.
Oh, open it.
It's a gift. Wanted to send this for Eddie's birthday in November, but couldn't. I thought we were opening up.
Okay, thank God.
Decided to send it now, so happy late birthday, Eddie. Parentheses, sorry, Gus. Also, first time this package got refused, so fingies crossed you actually get it now from Chris C. Chris C, thank you. This is so fucking... I literally read it, and I was like, no. Okay, 1 second. I gotta take this off.
Oh, Eddie's flying blind. He can't hear me right
It's
now.
getting weird to look... I can hear you in person.
No, his headphones are off. He can't hear us.
We're here now. It's not like Discord anymore.
No, you can't hear me at all.
So if I'm responding to you, what do you think? I'm just reading your lips?
Yeah, I don't think you're reading my lips. I'm saying you can't hear any words I'm saying.
So I'm responding to you. I'm just trying to get in your head here. I'm
First
not trying
of all,
to be mean.
I don't like the tone that you're saying to me.
I feel like I'm trying to do the nicest tone I possibly can for a situation so frustrating.
Whoa.
Wait, I gotta take my glasses off.
Oh my God.
I'm the Ghost of Tsushima.
Whoa, dude.
Wait.
I like seeing your mustache peek down into the mouth a little
Does
bit.
it do that? Wait.
Yeah, it totally does.
Oh, wait, hold on.
It looks like you're
can't get
chewing
it out
on a
here.
woolly bear caterpillar in the mouth. That's great. Look at the camera. Grr. You guys see how
Rah.
much mustache is out? Oh, your real mouth is out now.
Rah.
Rah. Dude,
I'm like Jin.
Rummy?
No, Jin is the main character of Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, I didn't play it.
I talked to the art director and one of the co-directors of Tsushima after the T-Pain episode.
That's rad.
He is a super nice guy.
I'd love to hear that.
His name's Jason. He's a really nice dude. We talked about video games for a bit, and I love Ghost of Tsushima so goddamn much. Play that game, I think, and I'll even give a little free ad for it. The DLC and a new version of it comes out in, I think, August 20th, and I will be playing it.
Better fucking buy it, you idiots.
Also, hear me out.
Yep.
I got to put a request out to our podcast listeners. I need a couple of them for a fun thing, and it's for when you fix your VR headset as well.
Okay.
We don't have a ton of friends with VR headsets. If you have a VR headset and you play that game Pavlov, it's a shooting game that you can download maps for.
Mm-hmm.
And we found out that you can download like Call of Duty maps, like Nuketown, Rust, Terminal, all the classics, and you can play either Search and Destroy or Gun Game in it. And I think it'd be fun to do a stream, or maybe not a stream, because it's just like people we don't know. I don't know what they're gonna say. Yeah. But if we get a couple of boys with the VR headsets to play some Search and Destroy or something like that on one of the maps,
that'd be fun. I can't wait to kill you guys.
Can't wait to kill you guys. It's really fun. It's really cool. And so I'll tweet it out at some point if you got a VR headset, and I'll say like, here's the private lobby code. Try and join. And that's it. And but I might not stream it because you don't know what people are going to say or do. Yeah, so I don't want to. Everyone's a wild card. I don't want someone coming on to be like, I'm going to get them banned on Twitch.
One bad apple ruins a whole batch of Brayburns. You get it.
So what was that?
One bad apple ruins a whole batch of Brayburns.
Favorite apple go?
It's either Honeycrisp or Pink Lady.
Honeycrisp is mine.
It's fucking good. Top 3, Pink Lady, Honeycrisp, or there's not Red Delicious, of course. Brayburns are fine.
I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast before, but apparently one of the moments in very early dating for me and Chrissy that she was like, oh, I think this might be the guy, is I tweeted out, just ate an apple, and then I gave it 20 minutes, and I replied, Honeycrisp. And that's it. And apparently that did something. So
good. That got the fires a moving.
So tip for anybody out there in early dating: tweet what you're eating and then specify.
Tweet what you're eating and hope that she's reading. You know what I'm saying?
That tweet didn't do well, but I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. Just 20 minutes later, to be like, in case you were wondering, Honeycrisp.
Well, I finished it during the period. Otherwise, I would have done it, but my fingers were so dang sticky.
But I don't want to throw the core out yet, so I'm just kind of sitting here with it in my hand, and I keep grasping it, and the juices are getting a little all over the place.
Thinking about what to do. The other day, speaking of apples, I had a very kind of ratatouille memory taste moment.
So what you...
Yeah.
What? So what you're describing
is
the moment in Ratatouille where he takes a bite and there are light little colors everywhere. Yours was...
Oh, mine was the guy at the table, the old fucker that comes in that looks like John Waters, and he sits down and it goes, I'm a little Mamma Mia bitch again.
The work of a critic. Shut up. No, I know you're just sorry. I thought you were talking about the scene where Remy bites the strawberry and I think like cheese and like it's all those light little moments, and I thought your version was
little dollar store bottle rockets going off. No, but I had one of those because I was so sad. My grandmother, I got 2 grandmas left, okay? I'm down to 1 grandpa. Cut me some slack. I'm doing the best I can here. My 2 grandmas left. One of them has an apple tree that was in her backyard forever, and it was just so like mangled and shitty and rotten for most of my life. But every year we would always just be like, all right, so the apple tree's fucked. And then the next year it'd be like... it would like spurt out a couple
just for
more.
1 year, and then you're like, oh shit, it's still going.
Like the last 10 years of its existence, we were always like, no way does that apple tree spit anything out again. We had to keep cutting branches off; it would get partially rotten. But I was so sad. The apples from it were so specific. I've never like if you have like any weird family apple trees, if your family grows them, I'm willing to wager that like the specific taste of like that's an apple from my tree.
Right.
If I had it right now, I could pick it out in a second and be like, that's one of the fucking apples. Even the coloration was super unique. I don't know what the base species of apple it was. I'm no fucking apple nerd, okay?
Yeah.
But it's been a couple of years now since that apple tree has like come out, and I was like, well, shit, because now it's fully gone. Like it's just cut down. And I went out to have Greek dinner the other night, and I had Prosecco for the first time. And I took a sip of the Prosecco champagne, and I went...
That's the apple taste.
It tastes like Prosecco. And I was like, okay, this is like 70% of what the apple tastes like without the alcohol bite.
That's great for you because now you can always drink it and remind yourself of the apples.
Yeah.
That's great. I want to try it now. I haven't had Prosecco still, and so I want to try it just to taste what the Gus's Granny's apples.
Gus's Granny's apple. I'm getting some celebrity wine going now. Gus's Granny apples. Anyway, that was that. I forgot we still have this package from KDH.
This package looks nice.
I just
lied. It's podcast colors.
It is podcast colors. This is from Karen H. All right, from St. Louis. Pretty little packaging here. See what's inside. Dear Goth and Edgy, I'm in online school. Oh no, okay, it didn't break. I'm in online school right now. I love watching the pod while I eat lunch because it makes me feel like I'm talking and laughing with my friends during lunch like I would be at school. One of my hobbies is carving things into / out of avocado pits. Oh, cool. So I did the Gus and Eddy logo. Eddie's holding them now. It's sort of a new hobby though, so just between us boys. What?
That's not in the... You just said Eddie's holding them now.
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay, I want to make sure that she
Eddie is holding him now.
Eddie's
If you will
holding him
direct
now.
your look to him in his green T-shirt at the kitchen table.
He's 10 minutes away from dying.
Oh my God! The big chunk of spinach in his tooth is still unnoticed after 40 minutes of the podcast.
Which is shocking because he hasn't had spinach in over a week.
What? It's old spinach?
These are cool.
Thank you. Keep doing what you guys are doing. I love all your stuff. You're the best. Have a great day. Your fellow Midwest boy, Karen. P.S. is my cat. He's irrelevant but very cute. That's a cute cat.
That is a cute cat. Thank you. This is great. I saw a tweet, and I don't remember if it was somebody serious or joking, but they were like, they shouldn't put the wooden ball in avocados. It's a fun idea that they'd be like, we got to put this wooden ball inside just to make things difficult.
You know, kids aren't eating them. Oh, look at the inside of the box. Da na 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 do 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 da na 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 da na X2 da na X3
I can't resist doing it still.
It comes out, and I'm like, that's the best music in the whole fucking world.
Yep. It's the best purchase we've ever made.
$60, and we got that theme song.
We got that theme song. And then other people use it, and people go, hey, that's the Gus and Eddy theme. And in my head, I go, you're goddamn right.
We squatted on that.
Part of me goes, hey, guys, it's just me. It's music meant for everyone. We didn't create the music. We don't own it at all. You know, we didn't compose it. But then part of me goes, yes. Yes, it's our theme.
Got you.
We got you.
I feel like that whenever I see Sunny music used by other people in non-ironic applications, like not a sketch or something.
Especially
but it's just
like network TV, and you're like, this is the Sunny theme. What are you doing?
Yeah, there comes a time where it's like, that's theirs.
Yep.
You know, unless you're doing internet memes and shit. But if you're in a telly show and you're doing, here's the da-na-na-na-na.
Isn't that whole kind of album, is it royalty free? I think that's why they were able to use it, right? And so that's, that's a great one to find and then make, your show. Because I'm sure it was used in shows beforehand, but they were probably like, let's just use all of it.
Yeah.
It's weird. A good amount of really good comedy shows have really interesting kind of soundtracks, especially Curb and Sunny have very interesting music to them because they're would be considered to be like older, like the music for it. And so I don't know, it's just interesting that they choose it. I'm trying to think of another one, but
I got another one. I had to look it up really quick, but I didn't realize this until way too soon. A theme song, boom. So Trailer Park Boys. Do you know the theme song offhand? It's just a dum ba da ba bum 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 ba bum.
I don't, but I remember seeing it when we watched it together and going, "This is a pretty cool intro."
Yes, and it is like a light piano kind of theme shit, and it is literally a light piano cover of the Tony Bennett song "Left My Heart in San Francisco."
Oh.
Which I heard, and I only realized this like 6 months ago because that song came on. Because it's like, how often do you find yourself listening to Tony Bennett's "I Left My Heart in San Francisco"?
I'll
Never.
correct you. Every day of my goddamn life.
That came on. I was like, what? That's the Trailer Park Boys theme.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, wait, this song was written like decades before that.
Huh.
So it's just a piano cover of, and it's a Canadian show about a Canadian trailer park. And it's a piano cover of "I Left My Heart in San Francisco."
Huh.
How weird is that when you think about that?
Yeah, that's crazy. That is especially for Trailer Park Boys. What an interesting choice.
Makes like no sense at all, but oh well.
Also, question.
Yeah.
What time are we at?
We are at 1 hour and 2 minutes.
Okay, we have to continue further, and I didn't want to end quickly, but your boy has to go to the bathroom. So
I have to pee a lot.
So I was wondering if we'll hold it. Because we're close enough to the end where we'll hold it.
Okay, well, now it's 1 hour and 3 minutes. I'm just saying, what are we talking about now? Do we talk about pee the rest of the episode or something? Like
Possibly.
I don't know. How often can we just stretch out pee material here?
I mean, let's see.
Give me your best pee pun joke right now.
Honestly, I have to go to the bathroom, so I can't really think of it.
Okay, you want me to handle this one?
Yes.
What is a penis's favorite children's educational show from the 80s?
What?
Pee-wee's Playhouse.
That's fine.
That's fine?
That's okay.
What is a penis's favorite youth tackle-based activity?
What is it?
Pee-wee football. I had to use Pee-wee again, but I figured I'd segue that. What is a penis's favorite vegetable? You can get this one.
Broccoli.
Explain to me why you think that'd be the case.
Broccoli.
You're saying it again. Do you have a reason?
I
for that?
I got one.
Yeah, hit me with it.
What is when you're in Pee Wee baseball and you're playing the left field when you're out in left field and you really have to pee, but you don't want to stop the game because you're too young and you don't know that you can do that, and so you go out into the field and then you maybe pee your pants out there and you book it right to the dugout when the inning's done, and you don't want anyone to know you peed your pants, so you take your Gatorade and you very loudly in front of everyone spill it and go whoops all over your pants, and then it doesn't look like you peed your pants anymore. I did that for real. That's a real story. When I was 7.
Tony.
Pee Wee's Playhouse is